without limits. Choose Spectrum Internet.
Exceed Medical specializes in diabetic footwear, compression stockings, orthopedic bracing, breast pumps, and orthotics. These are specifically customized to fit each individual patient. Due to the wide range of patient anatomy, all orthopedic braces are individually measured, fit, and customized to ensure a tailored fit. Exceed Medical is an in-network provider working with many commercial insurance plans as well as Medicare and Medicaid. Give us a call at 414-235-8552.
This is video from Milwaukee's Juneteenth celebration in 2010. This was the first year the holiday was recognized as a state holiday.
And Juneteenth Day in Milwaukee has evolved over the years with new additions that have become traditions themselves, one of which is the Juneteenth Day pageant. It has taken center stage in Milwaukee for nearly 30 years, but I learned it's about much more than beauty.
We are oblivious yet woke to the targets on our back as we march, put our fists up and scream lives matter when they're black. But I walk with my head high, hell-bent on the fact that I need justice.
From the powerful words of the reigning Miss Juneteenth to the beautiful voice of Little Miss Juneteenth, it's the children of Milwaukee that own this stage.
It's telling us about how you feel about Juneteenth. Showing us your talent.
Tony Kearney, executive director of Northcott Neighborhood House, which leads Juneteenth Day celebrations every year, tells me the goal of this pageant is about awareness, understanding, and connecting to your roots.
Take the things that I said and let's think of a solution.
The pageant is more about the children's response to Juneteenth. It's not a beauty pageant.
It started 29 years ago, but evolves every year. 2020's virtual pageant crowned the very first Mr. and Little Mr. Juneteenth in Milwaukee, continuing a tradition that gives children a voice and the opportunity to take up space.
We want young people to understand that this is their history, their culture, and their event. So they'll get to decide whether it lasts another 50 years.
And we understand the pageant also involves a scholarship fund?
Yeah, that's right. So each year, every winner in every category, that's Miss, Little Miss, Mr., and Little Mr., gets about $1,500 in scholarship money.
All right, great news there. Well, a big part of the Juneteenth celebration, or any celebration, of course, is the food. Dajia Swad reports on the traditions passed from generation to generation.
The sights.
I remember when my grandmother used to make this. Oh, it smells like Christmas up in here.
And smells of African-American cuisine are all part of celebrating Juneteenth.
We go back in history, you know, talk about our families.
Chef Lisa McKay is one of the vendors at this year's Juneteenth. She says shared stories and recipes have kept African-American cuisine alive for so many generations.
We usually do a lot of fried corn, you know, our heritage, but at the festivals, everybody flock to corn on the cob.
But for those who came before, food wasn't on a pretty platter.
We just have always made a way out of no way.
Elizabeth Coggs, an organizer of Juneteenth, says the unwanted parts of plants and livestock are what slaves had to use to cook.
During slavery, the master would throw the top of the greens away, and they would eat the turnip or the root.
Coggs says slaves made those greens into a delicious dish, a cultural staple hundreds of years later.
Slaves in Galveston, Texas in 1865 celebrated freedom with red food and drink. And that vibrant color sticks with us here in Milwaukee for our Juneteenth celebrations.
The color red symbolizes the blood shed by the slaves. They celebrated by creating a strawberry drink. They invented red velvet cake and ate watermelon, all things that they were not afforded.
Carmen Murguia of the Milwaukee Times says in partnership with the White family, they still serve strawberry soda at Milwaukee's Juneteenth celebration.
It represents a sip of freedom. I think about my ancestors that were slaves. When they heard this great news, these people celebrated. It was the greatest event that could happen in a person's life, to receive their freedom.
In Milwaukee, Dajia Swad, WISN 12 News.
Now, Derek, I moved here to Milwaukee in 2019, so 2019 was my very first Juneteenth, and I remember there is no shortage of food. There's a lot to try.
There's a lot, and the thing about food, it's so much more than just food.
Yeah.
It really is passing from generation to generation and about the soul of the people.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back.
Try to hide my excitement.
ABC Tonight brings
Holy moly! 3D in 2D.
We're back, baby. There are 12 new holes, and one they just lit on fire.
It's a playground for some of the greatest athletes in the world. Not a bad move. Oh, no!
Holy moly. 2-hour season premiere tonight on ABC.
Oh, that's a keeper.
You've been in an accident. Another driver failed to respect the rights of a motorcyclist. Call 333-3333 for the PKSD guarantee.
It's a great time to start those big projects with 11% off everything right now at Menards. Whether your storage needs are small or large, a post frame building is the perfect choice. You can save 11% on the plans and materials. Design and buy online or stop into the store to start planning it today. Right now, save 11% on all post frame buildings at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Fed up with your drafty windows? Trust the experts at Stanek Windows. Right now, get $350 off each window, plus special financing is available. Call today to schedule your free in-home window estimate.
So, Juneteenth, though an African-American cultural celebration, is an American celebration. And we'd like to invite everyone, especially in the greater Milwaukee community, to attend.
Milwaukee's 50th Juneteenth celebration is this Saturday. It starts with a parade at 8 in the morning that travels from 14th and Atkinson to Burleigh and MLK Drive. Then there's a festival from 9:30 to 4 on King Drive between Burleigh and North, and I'm sure it's going to be quite the celebration.
Absolutely. We want to extend that invitation to everybody in the Milwaukee community if you're able to come out and celebrate.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us for our Juneteenth special. Hope to see you out there on Saturday. Have a good night.
Wild Toyota is Wisconsin's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Shop over 500 new Toyotas with savings up to $6,000.